This episode is brought to you by Academic Pub, your book, your way. Academic Pub allows you to take content from their copyright-cleared library of over 125 publishers, your files or anything on the web, and create custom course packs that are perfect for you. Visit them today at academicpub.com and follow them on Twitter at academicpub. Welcome everyone, a new EDUKWEST with Chip Paucek. He is the co-founder or one of the co-founders and CEO of higher ed startup Tutor. Welcome to the show, Chip. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me, Kristen. We appreciate it.
So, as you know, a couple of weeks back we had a talk with Jeremy Johnson, but Chip, maybe as the introductory question, what brought you into the company, or, well, co-founding the company a little bit? What is your background? Do you come from higher education, or do you simply have a passion for that, or did you see an opportunity in the market?
Yes, prior to co-founding Tutor, I was CEO of Hooked on Phonics. I'm not sure how familiar you are with that American brand in Europe, but Hooked on Phonics is a brand that's got over 99% brand awareness in the United States. It's a teaching brand. I'm sorry, a reading brand. It teaches children how to read. Mm-hmm. And so I had run that company for about 4 years. And our co-founder, John Katzman, who founded and ran the Princeton Review mm-hmm. for literally 30 years, I've known John for a couple of decades. And John called me one day in 2007. I was about to launch my fourth quarter TV ad campaign for Hooked on Phonics in the U.S. Mm-hmm. And John called me and he said, "Hey, I have this idea. Why are all the great schools not online? Why is online higher ed dominated by programs that aren't great? We could really build something great." And that started a conversation that led to 6 months later the founding of Tutor. We really believed at the time in 2008 and then 2009 that we could build something that was equal in quality to the great schools on-campus programs. And I think at the time, most people didn't think it was possible, and I'm pretty proud to say that today we're delivering that in our current programs across the board. So it's all about building something that is transformative and great, and I think we've done that.
Absolutely. And I think now, about 2 weeks back, you launched a new program of, I think, public administration together with the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. And I believe it is somewhat your 8th program overall.
No, it's actually our 5th.
Okay.
It's our 5th program, and we will announce a 6th shortly. In less than a month, we will announce a 6th program. We can't announce that. I can't break that news
right now,
but we will announce it shortly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our 5th program. The University of North Carolina Chapel Hill School of Government is a top 25 brilliant program, and Chapel Hill, we've had a pretty strong success with our MBA at UNC, the MBA program with University of North Carolina Chapel Hill, and we're excited to extend it into a new area of public administration, not new for the school clearly, but new for Tutor. The school itself is very highly ranked across the board. They're number 6th in city management. They have a fantastic focus on local government, which we think is honestly broadly applicable to the world, not just the United States. So we're excited to be able to offer that program to students all over the globe.
So this is interesting. Obviously, I can see that it needs a great deal of work to, of course, work together with the schools or universities on the particular programs, and then how to see how to bring these programs online. But as you said, your 5th program, soon to be 6 overall. means also that you choose quite carefully and
Yes.
Make very wise decisions, I think.
We hope so. We hope so.
I hope so too, but it seems to be. I mean, since 2008, 2009, 6 programs is not that you seem to follow the philosophy of pushing programs out, but rather going for a more sophisticated, maybe elite approach. Can you share a few maybe requirements or guidelines how you work together with those universities, or how for tutor, how you actually choose which program you would like to work with them on, and maybe how you make your decisions?
We like to use the word top tier instead of elite. We do firmly believe that the quality of the institution is critical. This is about a great dean and a great faculty that have passion for what they're doing and are interested in doing it worldwide. So the dean and the faculty need to be committed to scaling a program. Typically in the United States, most graduate programs are reasonably small, and they tend to be of limited geography because most students, once you unleash the university from its geographic boundaries, the reality is many people in the world would love to attend Georgetown or USC or University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and they can't move from wherever they are, whether it be in France where you are, or it be in China, or it be in the United States. Moving from Florida to Chapel Hill may not be possible for everyone. So by unleashing the university from its geographic boundaries, you are doing that for both the students and the faculty, and you're able to bring people into the program that would not be able to be in the program while maintaining and preserving the quality of what the institution is doing on the ground. These are very intimate programs. I think when you spoke to Jeremy, our brilliant CMO and co-founder, he did talk about the fact that we have, across our programs, we have an approach that is very personal. It's very intimate. These are live classes the students are in, so they are live. It looks a little bit like the opening of the Brady Bunch in the platform, where you have a professor and you have 9 or 10 or 12 students. And so it's 10 looking at 10. It's a very intimate process. Instead of 50 in a classroom looking at one where there's a back row and you can honestly not pay attention. In this program, you're very close with your fellow students and your faculty. So while they might be dispersed across the globe, the reality is they're right there with each other live. We think it creates an intimacy between the students that is important. Students in our programs become Tar Heels and Trojans and Hoyas, not just graduate students. They become very passionate about the universities they attend. We're particularly proud of that. So you will not see us announce 50 schools. That's not what we do. We are very selective, and we're looking to find a partner that is interested in becoming preeminent in online in that particular discipline. So it's a a bit more methodical of a process, but we think at the end of the day, one that really preserves quality, which is the most important thing.
And not only maintaining but building this quality also means that you need some money for the programs, which leads us to the second announcement from
I'm having
last week. Oh, sure. I mean, it's a pretty informal setup we have.
My mouth is getting dry.
And
yes, so we just announced our Series D fundraise.
Absolutely, which makes you one of the, or if not the most well-funded startup, not only, I believe, in higher education, but in education or online education probably. Yes, so we've raised just a hair under $97 million US since we started. It's obviously a lot of money. We don't take it lightly. Building a program like we're building with Chapel Hill at the School of Government does take a commitment of resources from Tutor to build something that is great and that is transformative. You're talking about technology, you're talking about curriculum, you're talking about student support. Across the board, it does take resources. And so that's why we just raised the funds. We were very proud
to see all of our current investors come back into the company at the Series D.
Yeah, absolutely. That was interesting to read, and probably one might say that you were well funded before, but on the other hand, I can definitely see, as you pointed out, you invest in building the programs, and in the end also in the relationship with the specific universities then. So I can of course see that there are probably a few good points to making this Series D and taking on some more money, and I mean, why not? As you said, all your previous investors are on board, and they seem to be committed to putting more confidence and more money in the relationship with Tutor. So that's
we're very proud of that.
Yeah, that's probably a strong point to make.
We hope so. We believe that we are building a company that is changing higher education. We do believe that we are at the leading edge of a pretty substantial transformation of the post-secondary space. If you look at the way we're approaching online, we think this is the way you should do it. We do believe that you can do it at a quality level that makes it a fantastic experience for students, and most importantly, generates a great outcome for the student afterwards. Mm-hmm. That's our goal. It does take resources, and we believe if we stay focused on the goal of building the right type of program, the company will benefit long term. So that's what we're trying to do, and we're pretty excited about what we're doing so far. So it's great to see our current investors come back to the table.
Absolutely. I mean, now in startup or internet years, 2008, 2009, so roughly 4 years, is somewhat a long time. But if you see education or online education as a market, and some things might not as quickly develop as in other segments of or in other startups in other markets, let's put it this way. Right. What is your midterm or long-term vision for Tutor within higher education?
We do believe that we will continue to create best-of-breed online programs across all of the disciplines that you would expect in higher ed. We think that our model applies across the board, and we do believe that over time you'll also see us extend to the undergraduate model, not just the graduate model. So the company, we think, has a great trajectory and could become a very big company. But at the end of the day, it's really more about the impact we're having on students' lives. And right now we're impacting close to 4,000 students, which is getting to be a number that's the size of a reasonably sized university. So we're pretty excited to see us extending into more and more disciplines. Public administration is certainly just the beginning.
Now, I would be interested in your take on, especially the last days for higher education. We have heard about this new Minerva University on the horizon, but for 2014, so not immediately, and maybe a little bit contrary to you preferring top tier. They seem to focus on very much on this word elite, but I mean, we will see. But could you imagine for Tutor in a few years powering a program and bringing your knowledge to something that is only online compared to what you have now, a traditional university?
It's not likely.
Okay.
It's not likely. We partner with top quality, high quality institutions that today there's a reason that Georgetown and UNC and USC have done as well as they've done as schools. I mean, these are incredible places with great faculty, pretty incredible content, and a community of people that is very real. I mean, if you spend any time on the campuses, you understand why students want to go to Chapel Hill. And the moment you bring Chapel Hill to the students, it's a pretty powerful experience. So it's not likely that you will see Tutor do anything that is partnering with a new institution that is fully online. We're very excited to see Minerva come into the space. We actually think that it's good for online education overall to have as many high-quality entrants as possible. One of the things that's always very difficult for Tutor as we launch programs is that the general population across the globe, not just in the United States, pretty much everywhere, don't immediately think online is high quality. So when you enter into a marketplace with something high quality, you have a lot of headwinds. So we're excited to see things like MITx and Stanford and Minerva come out into the space. But Minerva's model is obviously different than our model, and we're very excited about what we're doing. So I don't think you'll see us launching anything but additional high-quality existing universities like Georgetown.
Yeah, we'll see with Minerva. As you mentioned, the top-tier universities have grown their reputation over time and maybe not become what they are today within 5 or 10 years as well. So what is next for Tutor besides the 6th program? I have heard something from Jeremy that you're thinking of relocating out of the city and going in the countryside with the company, something like that?
No. So we have a New York office where we have right now about 30 people, but our largest office is our headquarters in Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. So we have, in Maryland, we have almost 300 people. So that's our big office. We're staying in New York permanently. There's no notion of us leaving New York. I'm actually in the Maryland office right now. So, and you can see the banners behind me of USC and UNC.
Absolutely. Great. So then I'm looking forward to hearing the news, which program you'll take on next. And we
will certainly reach out to you prior, and can't thank you enough for the time.
No, I have to thank you for taking the time, having such a nice and informative talk, obviously. Are you active on a little bit on the social media or something?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter. I am Chip Paucek, ChipPaucek, and I'm also on LinkedIn and everywhere else you'd expect me, Facebook. So love the social media. We are definitely a social media company. Not only are we creating private label social networks for each university, but we actively use both Twitter and Facebook for recruiting for our programs. So everything we do is tied to some aspect of social media. So love to have people reach out to me.
That's great. Well, thank you so much. I know that you're pretty busy, so I let you go. And thanks again very much for the talk. And
you're welcome. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Thank you, Chip. Bye-bye.
Bye.